it's Kristen and Bethany here with Girl Defined Ministries, and in today's vlog, we're going to talk about 4 practical tips for overcoming your beauty struggles. So the two of us definitely understand beauty struggles. We've had our fair share throughout the years. In fact, I remember one time specifically, it was several years ago, and I was supposed to go and meet a girlfriend for lunch. And so I get in the car, I'm just like a hot mess, I'm like getting ready to get in the car, start driving there, and as I reach in the back seat, because I'm one of those people that sometimes does makeup as I drive, so I reach in the back seat to find my makeup, and I start scouring my hand and looking around, and it's not there. And I'm like, oh no, my makeup's not there. What am I going to do? And I was already going to be like 10 minutes late to lunch. And so I'm like, there's nothing I can do. And honestly, at this point in time, I was so insecure with the way that I looked in my appearance and really based my worth as a woman kind of on what other people thought of me. And so I started having all these like nightmarish thoughts like, oh my goodness, people aren't going to think I'm pretty. People aren't going to think that I'm valuable. Oh, this is going to be awful. I can't even enjoy the lunch. And I was like starting to like sweat. Like, what am I going to do? Is there any way that I can, like maybe I can cancel? I was going so extreme in my brain, but there was nothing that I could do. So I went to lunch and I remember I was miserable through it, left and was like, whoa, I'm so glad that's behind me. But looking back, I realized, like, oh my goodness, I was basing so much of my worth as a woman on what other people thought about me. I was basically allowing other people to define my worth. Like, oh, if they think I'm pretty, then I must be pretty. I must be valuable. And I just remember how miserable and awful that felt. And really, we want better for you. We don't want you to have to suffer through that. And I know so many of us as women struggle with that. So we just want to share some practical tips for how you can overcome your beauty struggles. So our guess is that a lot of you can relate to what Bethany shared.
Yeah.
Beauty struggles are real and we all struggle with them. And we have come so far over the years by embracing God's truth, but we know, and we still kind of fall back sometimes into the struggles where we, like Bethany shared, if we're feeling really good one day or having a good hair day, then we think, oh, I'm looking pretty good and people are going to affirm me and think I'm pretty. And we start to define our value and worth based off of their opinions.
Yeah.
I know I've done that so many times. I know you have, and we're guessing that you probably have done that too. And unfortunately, when we live like that, when we live our lives based on the opinions of others, we're on a constant roller coaster of crazy emotions of like, oh, feeling worth enough 1 minute and then crashing down and then feeling enough. And it's all based on what other people think about us. And so a while back, we came to understand a truth in our lives that has radically changed us and basically removed us from this crazy roller coaster life. It all happened when we chose to embrace Christ's identity for us as women instead of allowing other people's opinions to determine us. And I just want to read this quote right here because this has been life transforming for the two of us. It says, "My worth has nothing to do with having a perfect body and everything to do with the worth that Christ has placed on me." So it really has nothing to do with our outward appearance or what we look like or what people think about us, but everything to do with with the worth that Christ has already placed on us. So here are 4 practical tips to help you overcome your beauty struggles. Number 1, be careful what you look at. Honestly, this is really important to me because with the rise of like social media, Instagram, Snapchat, it's so easy for us and even like movies and TV to have an inside peek into other people's lives and really to see these like glamorized women, these glamorized, perfect airbrush, images, images, and then to compare ourselves and think, oh my goodness, like I'm not as good as her. And so we just want to caution you to be careful what you look at. Evaluate what you're looking at. Evaluate the magazines that you're bringing into your house and really ask yourself, is this helping me, pushing me towards placing my identity in Christ, or is this pushing me towards placing my identity and worth upon myself and what other people think of me? So number 1, be careful what you look at. And number 2, don't compare yourself to other girls. This is a hard one because like that's what we as girls are always doing, right? Like we see the girl with the brown hair and the certain body type and we're like, oh man, she's so pretty. My body doesn't look anything like hers. And when we do this, basically what we're doing in our hearts is saying, God, you didn't know what you were doing when you made me. You didn't know what you were doing. Your design isn't good enough. I want to be like her because if I was like her, then I would really be worth something. Girls, we have been totally guilty of this. I have so done this like a million times, but it's such a dead end road.
Totally.
Instead of comparing ourselves to other girls, we need to get out of that crazy game and instead focus on embracing the body and the looks that God handcrafted us to have and thank Him for the looks that He gave us because He says that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. And number 3, be the best weight and size for you. This is super practical, but something that has helped me so much because you know what? We live in a culture that basically idolizes like bone thin, like basically blow away in the wind women. And interestingly enough, most women are not born naturally with that type of body, but many of us look at that. We see
the magazines or we see, you know, the runway models and we think, oh my goodness, if only I were as skinny as her, then I would be truly satisfied. But in a family with 5 girls in our family, we've realized that we might even be the same size, but our body structures, our designs, our base weight, like if we're as healthy as we can be, if we're working out, we are oftentimes different weights and different sizes. So instead of comparing yourself to others, instead of saying, oh, if only I were that skinny, work out, eat healthy, but then just choose to be grateful and content with the weight and size that God has made you.
And number 4, the last one is this. Believe that God defines your worth. As girls, as Christian girls, it's so easy to say like, oh yeah, God defined, you know, he designed me, he handcrafted me, he made me to look just the way I do. But if only I looked like that girl, if only I looked like her, if only I had a different body, then I would be pretty, then I would be worth something. And so we say that we know that truth that God defines us, but we don't actually believe it. So we want to encourage you to actually believe that truth, that the God of the universe, when you were in your mom's womb, he was handcrafting you to look just the way you do. God chose to make the two of us 6'1". We're really tall. He chose to make some of you tall, some of you shorter, some with blonde hair, brown hair, different colored eyes, different colored body types and structures. And that is a beautiful thing. We serve an amazing creative God. So instead of trying to be a one-size-fits-all mold, which is not creative, we need to recognize God's creativity in making us all uniquely beautiful and different and embrace that truth. And one quick verse that we love that has had such a big impact on our lives, and you probably know this, is in Psalm 139. It's 13 through 15. It says, "For you formed my inward parts. You, God, knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth." If you struggle with truly believing and embracing the fact that God defines your worth, then I want to challenge and encourage you to meditate on that verse, Psalm 139, 13 through 15.
So what about you? Which of those 4 tips do you need to work on the most? We would love to hear from you in the comment section below. Or if you have more tips on how you've overcome your beauty struggles, please share them. We would love to encourage each other.
Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, we would love it if you'd give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos from us, we post a brand new video every single Wednesday.
Share. Start over.
I know. He created me. He hung.
Okay. We can do it.
No, we can't.
We can.
We never have. So our guess. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I can't anymore. Half of this is just our arguing. 4 tips for overcoming your sister struggles. Okay. Okay. It was good. It was good. Restart the camera, George. It's just the one, the mingling of pop culture. Please. Subscribe!
Well, they already know.
Subscribe!